is, of course, that the broader world of news consumers and internet browsers was introduced last week to the personality known as Destiny.
Mr. Bennell, don't change the subject. If you don't know what you're talking about, at least have the humility. You talk about
how close has 242 gotten?
You don't know
how close has 242 gotten to the Palestinians' peace?
From tweet 5. You have no idea what you're talking about. It's just so embarrassing. At least have some humility. Between us, we've read maybe 10,000 books on the topic, and you've read 2 Wikipedia entries, and you start talking about Chapter 6. Do you know what Chapter 7 is?
Answer me.
In his 5-hour debate with Norman Finkelstein about Israel-Palestine. Now, I only became aware of what Destiny looked like a couple months ago, but I only became aware of what he sounded like last week when Norman Finkelstein was calling him, "Go back to Wikipedia. You're a moron and an imbecile." But I was of the clips I saw of that debate, and I say the clips I saw because I would rather saw off both of my feet right above the ankles than listen to more than 5 minutes of any debate, but that one in particular. I don't know. There's something about the debate streamer type personality that seems very E1 worthy of me.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, with that clip in particular, it was obviously it was on my feed 20 times. I'm like, I'm not watching it. Okay, I'll watch 5 seconds of it. And then you guys are like, hey, do you want to talk about that? I'm like, fuck, okay, I'm going to watch a whole bunch of this shit now. There's a center of gravity around this type of thing that you just can't ignore at some point. And it just sucks that it works to Destiny's advantage, right? Now I have to know what his shrill voice sounds like,
Yeah.
It only benefits him. Even if everyone is hating on him, he still just benefits from it. It's such a common internet thing at this point, but
yeah, that sort of just is the economy of streaming. You either by hook or by crook, you get everyone to pay attention to you. And it sort of doesn't matter what it's about. The previous thing that I've seen him in the news for was he was in an open marriage and it ended really poorly, which I don't know, having any type of relationship litigated in public sounds horrible. But if your entire economy is based off that, he was probably this is great. He probably looked at that car dealers look at, back to school sales.
Yeah.
President's Day mattress sale here at Destiny headquarters.
It is
We're selling
funny.
off what's left of my dignity.
Esports has worked out in a remarkably similar way to regular sports of by the time you're 29 or 30, you're washed, right? You can't play StarCraft 2 anymore. So he's literally doing the same shit as Aaron Rodgers, Vice President Aaron Rodgers. It's the same shit.
I did put 10 dimes on Norman Finkelstein winning that debate, and the bookie still won't pay out. I keep saying Destiny lost, but unfortunately my bookie is a streamer fan. He's a fan of streaming-based debates, and he won't pay out. And I'd like some help from the federal government with that.
I think it sucks too that it's so natural for every streamer to do this now that we have to hear from streamers again and again in the same way that we hear from other pundits of I wish we could at least just get back to Joe the plumber style shit of let's have one plumber pundit. Let's have one guy who works in an aquarium who we have to hear from. They have just as insane of ideas as Destiny does, right? But why don't we let them? Why don't we get a fisherman in the spotlight for a little while?
I don't know. I don't know if this is actually true or someone just they're making it up. But I saw a poster for his next debate, ostensibly with Sean King, which I hope it's true.
God damn
but
it.
I haven't seen it confirmed.
That's a much more
anywhere.
fitting matchup, though. Sean King is just as willing to jump on the story of the day and be like, "Guess what? I'm Muslim now." He commits harder than Destiny too. Destiny's not Muslim. Well, he's not. He needs to convert to Judaism or something.
Right. He is. Despite his voice, his appearance, the violent reaction a lot of you have to him, he is not a Jewish man. But I really enjoyed that Sean King, he converted to Islam, and within a day he was doing something called the Iftar Uncensored tour. He's awesome. I love he's I don't see how people could get mad at him. It's like getting mad at the Bluths.
It's also funny, like things like that now are titled like 90s stand-up comedy albums. Like Menaker Unleashed or something, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even like the fucking University of Austin stuff you guys talked about with Alex, like the forbidden courses, you know? Like
yeah.
That actually, even Destiny is a good example of that. Like Destiny is such a stupid guy handle. But like when I was thinking about him, I'm like, it's also kind of like a conscious rapper kind of thing, like Common or something. He could easily like be on a track with Common, you know?
Yeah, no, I get all of my information on the moral political questions of the world from some guy whose name is like Felix. What's the thing of like gamers who misspell like what they think are complicated words like evolution, but the O is a 0 or something.
Yeah. Gamers love like gaslighting themselves into thinking that they've discovered a great new word. So it's people younger than like me or Destiny though. Like if you see a 19-year-old playing Valorant and they're any good at it, their name will probably be like Reminiscence.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck word is that? And it's not anything. It's nothing.
See, gamers who are our age or a little older have names like The Cake is a Liger, you know?
Yeah.
Like, really annoying. Like, I'm a hardcore old school. I'm an old head internet nerd, you know?